What's up my good people? Najua tulikuwa tumegeuka bottom corner but we are very much back. Kule msana sevanga guys, you are back, you are very much back. And for those who don't know me by the way, I go by the name Kim. And as always, the passionate, dedicated yet of Manchester United.
I go by the name Sydney Kyoko, Mr. Ball Knowledge.
So in our episode today, we're going to talk about the drama that was there on match day 8 of the Champions League. City will survive elimination. Yeah. We're going to talk about the underdogs Lille and Villa, who respectively were number 7 and 8. We're going to talk about the playoffs that are to take place on Friday, PSG's form of course, and Real Madrid pia wamerudi form, and much more. So tuanze na City. Ulionaje hiyo game ya City jana? Unajua City wali survive elimination by
yeah, from Club Brugge. Unajua most of the lakini at the end of it Club Brugge na City wote wali proceed, but City naro walikuwa watolewe Champions League, which is very odd.
One thing was so obvious ni venye Club Brugge walifunga bao ya kwanza. That's usually what happens. City wakishafunga tu bao ya kwanza and maybe wali realize cause our game tulikuwa tunatumia highline. Na venye Club Brugge wali set up walikuwa like wana lay back and then counter attacking. And I think hiyo ndio kitu Chelsea tungefanya last week but hatukufanya na tukashindwa. But I think venye City walifungwa hivyo, yeah, I think wakaacha kucheza highline. The City wanachezanga pia highline.
I think not walikuwa wacheza highline walikuwa na Walker. I don't think they have a speed start the backline like they used to have. But I also think City should go looking for a holding or defensive midfielder for the transfer before window ifungwe juu. Hiyo nani na expose sana. Teams are exposing them because of lack of that Rodri figure. So they should go for a Zubimendi before Arsenal get to him or something.
But is it me ama ni City wana try like kucopy this Manchester United nini tactic juu naona kwenye Nunes anacheza sana kwa anacheza kama right back, alafu is doing something
like a wing back, but I don't think
invert to the midfield I think,
but when they are defending it drops back to like to a right back, but not a right back, but waki attack like he's all over the wing for the whole of the 90 minutes.
But they might have escaped from elimination, but the playoffs that are gonna be done during Friday, I think watapatana na either Real or Bayern. So I don't think watamanage kufika mbali kwa Champions League.
Real ama Bayern. You know, City may be in a bad form, but City are still City. Those guys can create something. Pep is a mastermind. So msidhani it is not a very assured game that tumsemea tu juu Real wamerudi form ama Bayern wamerudi form ati hawezi come back. City is still City.
Tuzangalia these underdogs when wako number 7 and 8 when wali qualify na they're not going to play the playoffs.
The playoffs against Rice.
So nani Lille
and Aston Villa, yeah. Actually I think nani Unai Emery is doing a terrific job for the season. These guys managed to turn a mid team to sort of superstars because they have very good players like
talk about Rodgers.
Yeah, Rodgers.
And I'm even ashamed and surprised man like they are selling Durant to Al Nassr. That's a wasted talent.
You know, at the end of the day, it's always up to the player. If the player wants to go to Al Nassr, he'll go. It is not even about playtime. If you're going to Al Nassr,
they look. Hey, also wanapewa pesa mingi.
If you're going to even Al Nassr comes to your table offering like 800k per week, utakata. Where's the
And he's like just 21, so I'm thinking like,
yeah,
maybe he goes there for like 2-3 years and then come back to Europe.
But I think he's going there for them. I am not saying
for the bag. Me say somebody play time hata.
He's got play time. He's getting some play time. Alikuwa toy Watkins, but Rodgers is so explosive.
Yeah, he managed to score a hat-trick.
Yeah.
It was the first game scoring a Champions League goal, and it happened to be a hat-trick. Wow,
he's a player.
He's a very good player, which I think mnafaa kumeka kwa FPL teams zenyu by the Rodgers developed really well.
I do not recommend these.
Rodgers anafunga every game in Manchester.
Azafunga game mbili zikifuatana. He's just if you want looking for a rotational like sort of player he's the man
who's not expensive.
Yeah, he's at 5.5. But let us talk about Lille. They have such a squad because they have a very good striker. I think that is a fact that is making them like to look so successful. Jonathan David.
For a time amekonga link to Manchester United na Chelsea over some seasons. Just zile transfer rumors zinakwanga kama size sijui tuko link na Tel na najua.
But I've also seen Arsenal bidding for Watkins
60 million.
Is that years
for 28-year-old?
He's 29. Yes, under 30. And you're bidding 60 million and imekataliwa, so it will be more.
But I don't think they'll gonna let Watkins go kwa sababu Duran is already leaving. So about these playoffs that are gonna be held on Friday, And it's interesting ones. We have either Atlanta or Borussia Dortmund playing against either Sporting or Club Brugge. Tuko na Real or Bayern, which will face either Celtic or Man City. AC Milan or PSV to face Feyenoord or Juventus. PSG or Benfica to face either Monaco or Brest. I think the interesting one is kati ya Real Bayern to face Celtic or City.
You guys are like you're just mna assume City itachapwa tu. City are still at City. Yeah,
but know that City, City ile City tunajua.
Wait and see. You know the transfer is still close. They can buy a
differential. Buy kila mse. Washa buy Kusano.
That guy is an animal bwana.
It's an animal, yes, but kitambo a blending. Unajua?
He's already blended.
Wali buy Grealish hapo for the same position.
No.
Ika fail. Akabai Doku,
but you see
ika fail. Mamush ndio anakuja kucheza somewhere in between hapo hivyo.
You see Mamush is there to play that
second striker.
The Alvarez role. Haikuwa na mtu, so they have got that role. He can play as a striker, but he prefers like a striker who's that deep line. Anaweza kuja ndani a play make alafu arudi. So Mamush atakuwa shida position. He's not a winger at all. Akieko hapo labda it is just Pep doing Pep things. Yeah.
But I don't think Oko like they are a big threat to Real Madrid sahi. Yeah. Come on, to assume ni kama Real Madrid are confirmed.
Let me say a lot to talk about that game. Just wait and see.
Real Madrid. Which other interesting game?
We have an AC Milan stroke PSV.
AC Milan PSV versus Feyenoord or Juventus. One thing niko sure team inapata na Juventus watapiga Juventus.
No.
Or draw.
Yeah,
you know funny thing. Funny thing in the table. Juventus are unbeaten, sindio?
Like
and they're at their number 6.
They were beaten recently by Napoli.
Oh, that was the first time. BVB or Atalanta facing Sporting na Club Brugge.
These are very good. All those teams umesema zote zinakuja juu like they got a success recently.
Itakuwa so tough fixture kwa sababu let's say Atalanta versus Sporting unajua
what Atalanta versus who?
Sporting. Either Atalanta versus Sporting or BVB versus Sporting or Club Brugge.
The funny thing is Atalanta and Sporting almost say like a similar play style. They use a back three and 2 wing backs. So it will be interesting match to see.
Talking about Atalanta, yesterday's games against
Barcelona
game. And one thing na Ibaka, this highline yao, akikipata team kama City kanajua kupiga nayo highline. What was it? Walikuwa na many offsides jana Atalanta. Nearly 7-10, yeah. But it's costing them. I think they should even if they're playing highline wanafaa pia
ina depend kama ni highline it is a center back pairing ya nani, kama ni either mtu kama Kubasi ama Araujo it is a first pairing of a center back. So me don't think waki implement nani hiyo highline wako tu wanaangalia like the opponent.
Let's see about that. AC Milan PSV versus Chelsea. And lastly PSG Benfica versus either Monaco or Brest. I think
that is a PSG.
That's a PSG.
All day. PSG are coming to form.
Either ikipatikana na Monaco or Brest, PSG ita proceed, I think.
Yeah, PSG have such a nani of talents. They have Bakola who is very explosive. Wanafanya hizo wings with Barca.
But I don't understand why they actually went to sign Kvicha. Na kuna Bakola. Bakola has been impressing. Kutoka ile game ya City, starting that comeback, of course, aka-assist, akafunga. And then yesterday pia akafunga.
But you see, the thing is, ukiwa na young players kama Bakola is hata hajafika 20. Ukiwa na a young player like Bakola, of course he's very young, hatakuwa very consistent. So lazima ulete like sort of maturity kwa hiyo lineup.
But so itakuwa ina interfere na game time. Bakola, that's the thing even this situation happening at Bayern, ndio. Tell me inform Bayern aje like anadai kutoka Bayern.
Yeah.
Among the candidates wanadai kumsign Chelsea, but you know he's rejecting us kwa sababu anaona easy pata playing time atakuja kubench nani.
But you see that is the thing. You see what I'm telling you. So na kwa Bayern they have a striker who is Kane, very consistent. Sasa kwa situation ya PSG they have a winger who is Bakola who is very young and very inconsistent. So they have to buy like sort of maturity. Who akiflop for a game wanaka Kvicha crash failure. So
they should just give him time kwa sababu kuna pia another young talent anaitwa
Desire. He's such a talent, but sasa ndo Mr. Inconsistent.
I think they should just stop flocking players. Kolomwani pia
I think
aliata game time, sasa ameenda Juve. on loan I think, but nadhani atabaki huko tu bado.
I don't think it depend at performance.
PSG tu ni Chelsea 2.0
with money.
With money,
both
with
have
money.
money still, lakini sawa.
So about the Champions League, who do you think at the end of it all anaweza kuja kuwin?
Well, it is either between Barcelona for me,
Real Madrid
or nimalize.
Or Real Madrid.
Hakuna. Lakini sawa, it is your opinion at the end of the day. But me I'm taking
Barcelona.
Yeah.
One thing interesting about Barcelona ni juu I think wako na top scorer who's Lewandowski, akona 9 goals, alafu Rafinha anamfuata na 8 goals. Talking about Rafinha. Jamaa. Sijui ni form ama ni luck.
Ni form. He has always been that player from kitambo. Sasa najua kuna to develop their at such an wana blossom baadaye tu. Sasa ndo hapo sasa Rafinha ndo amefika sasa.
Do you feel is a kind of worthy candidate
for nani?
For to win Ballon d'Or?
Yes, he's my number one. He's my number one. That's every game assist ama nani ama bao. Do you think that is normal?
Sometimes ni luck. Hadi ile game ya Benfica,
you know,
hiyo bao ya pili ama waziti bao ya kwanza alipiga tu na ball.
When everything is going right for you, inakwanga tu right everything. You see, Ozifunga hat-tricks nafuatana luck tu. He's very consistent at the moment. He's their main player sort of, hata si Lewandowski. But okay. There's also this interesting talent ya Yamal. Huyu jamaa anabeba team.
I wasn't interested na Yamal jana cause there's some certain things which are so obvious, like just make that through pass. Yamal anataka kutoka msee. By the time anapana through pass isha blokiwa huko. I don't think if he can maybe release balls quickly ama faster inaweza kwa nani Yamal anataka kushobot siku hizi.
Is young, so he's
really
still I think he's young with time at improve decision making yake. Najua he's still 17. Anataka kutenda 1-2 weke watu chobo. But with time ataona it is not effective, so the only thing ni kushinda game. So decision making yake kipanda, he'll be a very world class player. Okay,
finally let's talk about the teams that were eliminated, and the elephant there, it's Leipzig of course. Wamechoma bet, not even scoring just a goal.
Well,
what do you think was the issue yesterday?
You know me, I don't think ni mnafaa kulaumu Leipzig juu. Those guys had nothing to play for. They were already eliminated even before match day 8. So those guys wangekuwa na kitu kuchezea, wangeka very strong lineup against your side, but they know they are lost, washatoka. So what are they playing for? Give chances
about
to
the
bench players.
Adani wali bench Sesko,
Xavi Simons.
Yeah,
those are the main guys over there. But sawa too.
Do you kind of think unaonanga teams wako na sponsors in their shirts? Do you think sometimes wana influencing betting or something juu? Hakuna, there's no way Leipzig wangeshinda kufunga jana hata bao moja.
To some percentage, yes. Juu sasa imagine in a game like Bayern, and that their opposition was, I don't know, they had an odd of 1 to compare to an odd of 80. So hata mtu akienda dressing room on odd kama hiyo, so utapenda
tu. Okay, so that was it about Champions League match week 8, which was ilikuwa na drama mingi. So let's see how the Europa games are leo zinaje. So guys, that was it about our today's episode. Don't forget to follow our socials
at Instagram, YouTube and TikTok.
Tupatane Top Corner.